Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain you about the chapter executive. In this chapter we will discuss about the meaning of executive, types of executive and powers and functions of prime minister and president. So let's begin with the meaning of. First we will discuss about the meaning and types of executive. Students, as you all know, there are three organs of a government, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. You all know about this, that legislature makes laws. Now question is, who will execute these laws? So answer is executive. Now in detail we will see the meaning of executive. Fine. So the organ of government that primarily looks after the function of implementation and administration, this is called the executive. And the main function, you can say principal function of executive is, this is a branch of government, so this is responsible for the implementation of laws and policy that made by or adopted by the legislature. Fine. And executive is often involved in framing the policy. This is important. And then if we will see the official designation of the executive, we can say this is vary from one country to other countries. Some countries have head as a prime minister, while we see some have head as a president and some have chancellor. Fine. So now we will discuss about the types of executive. First we will see the difference between single and plural executive. As name shows that executive authority is vested in a single person, this is called single executive. For example, you can see in USA, President and Prime Minister in India. Now we will see the meaning of plural. Plural means group of peoples, you can say. Fine. The executive authority is vested in number of persons is called plural executive. For example, board of directors in any institution, you can say, or company. And if we will take the example of country, so here you can take the example of Switzerland. Here we see group of 7 members collectively, they implement, they execute the laws. This is known as executive, plural executive. Fine. Now we will discuss about the difference between nominal executive and real executive. Very important, these two, real and nominal. So first we see nominal executive is the head of the state. This is important point. This is nominal is head of the state who exercise only nominal power. This is called nominal executive. Here you can take the example of India. In India we have president, he is head of state, and Ram Nath Kovind nowadays is president, he enjoy nominal powers. And the real executive is the head of the government who exercise real power is called real executive. So here main difference between both of these is, this is nominal is head of the state and real is head of the government. Here example you can say again in India, Prime Minister of India, he exercise real power. Now difference between parliamentary executive and presidential executive. So first we will see the meaning of parliamentary executive. There are in parliamentary executive, there are two important posts, head of the state and head of the government. And they do both two posts are handled by two different persons. For example, India, Britain, Germany and Italy. India, you have already know that head of the government is prime minister and head of the state is president. Fine. Next is presidential executive. Here same thing is there, two posts are there, head of the state and head of the government, but these two posts handled by one person. Fine. For example, in America we have seen and Brazil also. Next is hereditary executive. In this the monarch remains in his office till his death. After his death, his elder son step into the office. Next is elected executive. If the chief executive is elected either directly or indirectly, this is called elected executive. In India, you can say example, Prime Minister and President are elected either directly or indirectly. Prime Minister is elected by direct method of voting by the citizens of country, and President elected by indirect method of voting. So India have a elected executive. Next is appointed executive. So if executive is appointed by a superior authority, is called appointed executive, and Example, you can say governor is appointed by president and lieutenant governor is appointed by prime minister. So here we see governor work for president as an agent and lieutenant governor work for the prime minister as an agent. This is all about the differences, you can say. In a difference you have seen in elected executive, appointed executive, and meaning of hereditary executive and parliamentary and presidential. Fine. Now one more important difference is here. This is very important 4 or 6 marker question, that is political executive and permanent executive. So first we will see the meaning of political executive. If the executive of a country is elected for a definite period of time, so this is called political executive. In India we can see the time period of a government is 5 years. After 5 years, you all know that fresh elections held in country. Okay. Next is permanent executive. If the executive of a country is appointed such type of executive is called permanent executive. So here we see differences. This is appointed, this is political is elected. Political is elected by and permanent is executive is appointed. Fine, this is main difference. And the time period is change the time period after 5 years. But here in permanent we can see example of civil servants. They appointed by government of India on the basis of merit and they work, they hold their office till the age of retirement. Fine. Students, next is semi-presidential executive. In this, prime minister and president share equal powers. Or this type of semi-presidential executive is in Sri Lanka, Russia and France. Now, what is central executive and state executive? So, in central executive, we have president, vice president, prime minister and council of ministers. In state executive, we have governor, chief minister, state minister, and lieutenant governor also comes under the state executive. Now question arises, why India adopt the parliamentary form of government? There are main 2 reasons. First is the executive can be effectively controlled by the representatives of the people and prime minister of India is directly elected by the people of India and president enjoy its own powers. Fine. And second point, you can say the government would be sensitive to public expectations and would be responsible and accountable. So that's why we adopt the parliamentary form of government. So in this first part, I have covered the meaning of executive and types of executive. In next part, I will explain you about the functions and powers of the president. Thank you.